With all the things to pay attention to with manufacturing marketing, here are the 3 areas that I find to be most important. The first one is creating content. You have to create content. This has been trending for at least the last 6 years, but the key is what type of content. You have to do 50% of your content has to be written, half of it has to be video, because you have to play to those audiences that want to watch or read. But if you don't have a good content marketing strategy, then you're gonna be completely lost. The best way to do it is turn to an agency like MFG Tribe, where we can do it all for you. Or if you can't, use the tools and resources available today to generate content calendars. You can use SEO tools. You can use AI these days to do it. But you have to figure out what type of content should I produce. They should fall into one of 2 buckets. Bucket number 1 is gonna be it's highly searched for on Google. There's a lot of search phrases, terms, volume behind it on a monthly basis. People are looking for answers to these questions. They're searching after these services, things like that. That's bucket number 1. On the flip side of it, bucket number 2 is gonna be it's highly valuable. It's going to provide a significant level of value to somebody once they read it or watch it. Maybe it's an engineer, maybe it's somebody in purchasing, maybe it's a guide, maybe it's specifications, a calculator, something like that. It's gonna be highly valuable. The goal would be that it serves both purposes. It is highly valuable and it's highly searched for, but in all reality, that's typically not the case. In manufacturing, the search volume behind the things, unless it's something that's new and upcoming technology, is not really high from an industry standard standpoint. So there's not tens of thousands of people searching for an answer to this question when it comes to manufacturing. It could be 500, 700, maybe 1,000. That is still high in the industrial manufacturing world. So you have to look at it from a standpoint of who's searching for stuff, what are they searching for, or ask your sales team, what are the top questions that you're getting asked from our customers, potential customers, what are the top issues that they're facing, and then figure out like, how can I shape that into an article and reach out to either somebody internally to write it for you, or like I said, partner with an agency like MFG Tribe, and we'll just do it all for you. The flip side of that has to be video. Video is going to be able to tell a story faster in a short amount of time. You're gonna be able to capture their attention and make them stay engaged while watching it, as long as your videos don't suck. If they are good quality videos, you have to do a significant level of frequency. Even with articles. Articles, I'm not gonna say you should be doing 2 of them a week, but at least a couple of them a month consistently. But for videos, if you have a video team like ours, then we can create a lot of content. In one video shoot, we can create 30 to 40 pieces of content, a couple of them long and a lot of them short, so you can send those out to social and all the platforms where people are paying attention to, and really drip out that content over time, because you want to give them bite-sized pieces. Put that content on your website to make them stay, watch, engage, and drive traffic to it. The second area is going to be marketing on platforms where your target demographic is. What does that mean? The days of like only trade shows, only doing one area are gone. You have to look at it. Where are my engineers that I'm trying to sell to living? The purchasing people. Where can I get their attention in the fastest and easiest way? Are they searching, so I should run ads? Are they not searching and they're just on LinkedIn every once in a while, browsing through it? Are they sitting at their desk? You have to look at it from the standpoint of, you created content, now you want to put it in front of them to provide value. In order to do that, you have to put it on platforms where they're actually going to pay attention. So it should be something on social media with LinkedIn, email marketing, picking up the phone, calling them to follow up on those emails, going to some strategic trade shows, sending out possibly some snail mail, sending them stuff in the mail, physical hard copies of things. But you might miss them there because they're not working in the office anymore. Maybe they're still remote from the COVID days. But you have to do research, look at it and say, where is the undervalued attention of my demographic? Where can I easily get a hold of them? Try multiple methods, figure out what works for that industry, for that job persona, for that title, whatever it is, and market to them. And then you have to look at step number 3, area 3, which is going to circle everything back together. Area number 3 is going to be paying attention to your data. You can create content, but if it's not getting engagement, you need to change your strategy. You can market to platforms and on platforms where you think that you're going to get the attention from, but if you're not paying attention to your data, how can you possibly make pivot adjustments in your schedule if you're not looking at that? Look at your data on a weekly and monthly basis and say, what is working, what isn't? What changes do I need to make? What micro adjustments do I need to make? Pivots, complete pivots away from something. If you're like, hey, we still have people come to us all the time and say, hey, should we post this on Twitter too? And I say, no, that ship has sailed years ago because nobody's engaging back on Twitter. It should be on LinkedIn. Or we spend $300,000 a year on trade shows. Have you looked at the data? Is the data there to support the investment that you're making? Are you getting leads that actually turn into business? Or are you just having conversations with people? All of that stuff has to be decided on based on data. you and your industrial company and people that work at the same company that you do are basing all of their production decisions, engineering decisions based on data. So why should marketing be any different? You have to allow something to have enough runway to see if it works, but if it doesn't work, you make a change immediate and adjust your focus and your attention into something new, test that out, and then adjust it after 90 days again until you get into the perfect situation. If you guys got value out of this, share it with somebody that you know. Subscribe on YouTube, turn on notifications. If you want to listen to this in podcast form, head over to the major podcast platforms and Technical Sales and Marketing with me. Follow me on LinkedIn, and we will see you on the next one.